Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sorry for the delay getting going here. We're having a couple technical difficulties, but we are all squared away now. So appreciate you guys hanging out here. For those of you who are new here, this is our build review show. We do it 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. It is Wednesday, September 4th at the moment here. And we are going to be jumping into some users' builds here, giving them some feedback, advice, things that they can do differently to help them improve their sim ROI and help them to ultimately put in more competitive lineups into their contests. So excited for today's show. We do have one person in the queue for today, so we will start with them. If anybody ever wants to get their name added to a list for a future show, best thing to do is drop your DK username in the office hours channel in our Discord server. But with that said, let's jump in here and start reviewing Dark Horse, who we are going to look at MLB from yesterday. So let's go back to yesterday. We'll play the main slate here. Looks like they played a couple different slates here, right? Main slate, night slate, a little bit of tennis. So I like the splitting up of the action across multiple classic slates here. So I think that's a good thing to start with. But let's jump into the contest tab. And let's see what we can find here. So contest selection looks really, really good. Very good. Very happy with it, right? We're seeing a big mix. First of all, we're seeing a ton of low stakes, right? But then for their single entry and 3 max, we see them kind of starting from the ground up, stopping at these $12. Remember that, you know, we always recommend playing up to 50% single entry and 3 max. And, you know, they're leaning more on that side. And like, that's totally okay. So it's all right to have, you know, 50% of your action in single entries and 3 maxes here. $20 maximum, 50 max contest. Notice that they have 20 lineups in the mini max only. I think that's perfect, right? So contest selection looks very, very solid. Now, let's pick a contest to go in review. So let's go highest prize pool. Let's go solo shot. All right, hopping over to the users tab, seeing Dark Horse here entered 20 lineups. Let's put in a filter for 20, sort by sim ROI. So highest sim ROIs in this contest in like the 20% range. And Dark Horse is just about neutral here, 0.5% sim ROI. So let's figure out what's going on here and how we can help them to build better lineups. So average salary looks fine. Uniqueness looks fine. Sim average score is a little low, right? 106, 105, 108, 107, 105, 104. But they have like 101. So this will probably be the first and easiest thing to get some better sim ROI is to play a little bit higher projected lineups. We'll talk about that. Saying this is the most likely culprit here, and a small adjustment on the sim average score side should help significantly. So let's jump into a build and see what this build looks like. Okay, using Saber score here. So assuming they're on the starter plan, which is totally cool, or the pro plan, possibly. You know what? I want to check, actually. Because it looks like they have contest sims. Okay, so a couple things here, which I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, but it looks like this user has access to contest sims because we see all of them in the drop down here, right? We go to contest sims, we see this big list for every contest that they played, right? So I'm not sure how they built the lineups or how they filled them or et cetera, et cetera. Oh, it looks like he used multi-fill, actually. Let's open these up. Okay, so from what I can tell, this user used multi-fill. Now, couple things here. One of them is it's important to come in here and change the rank by. So when you come in here, you want to change this to the target contest ROI. This is the quickest way to do it. You just come in here, you go to contest sims, target contest ROI, and then you change them for everyone, right? So what this will do is when you set it up this way, and I'm just going to set them all up. Actually, I'm not going to set them all up. Interesting that it looks like you set up the winner take alls, right? So for the winner take all using win rate, this is effectively a satellite. So I do like using win rate for those, but for all of these GPPs, I would do it this way, right? Go in here, change all these target contests. Because if you don't do this, then you're basically not using that contest sim, which is like the whole point of being on the ultimate subscription, in my opinion, is having access to the contest sims. So now that I've set this up, what's going to happen is from our pool of 5,000, and then you can order these whatever way you want, right? I would probably recommend ordering them by prize pool. I like ordering them by prize pool personally. So what you're going to do, and you can make some decisions, right? Be like, okay, hey, I want the solo shot before the mini max. I'm going to manually change that with the bar here on the side. So that now what happens is the top 20 lineups ranked by ROI go into the solo shot, and then it changes the sorting metric to the ROI for the mini max. It will not reuse any of the 20 that were already used, but instead will use a new 20 and then put those into the mini max, and then go and sort by the next contest ROI. Take one lineup, put it in this contest, one lineup in the next, one lineup in the next. Now, one thing I would recommend, and we're actually talking about ways to make this a little bit more intuitive, is I would use min uniques for these multi-entry contests. It's hard to say what the right number is, but what I would recommend is setting a low number, but setting a number, right? So I'm going to say 3. Why I'm saying 3, it feels right based on intuition. So I'm going to go and set min uniques to 3 for all of these 20 maxes, and then leave it at 1 for the single entries, since there's not like a portfolio for those. So then now what happens when I hit save is it's going to go in here and fill it the exact same way, but now it has this additional requirement. I think it's going to be very, very helpful for Dark Horse here to set these up on the specific contest ROIs. I think this is also going to help a bunch with possibly even getting higher projected lineups, possibly getting higher sim ROI lineups. So to me, it doesn't seem like a matter of them doing anything wrong, because they're using multi-fill, which means they're, pretty hands-off in the build, aside from a couple projection adjustments. But as far as everything else they're doing, no filters, no rules, no min or max exposures, right? It's more of just a matter of setting this up correctly. That way, the best possible lineups go into the right contests. We get some diversity. We get some uniqueness, all of those things. So set this up kind of the way we showed here, and I think that's going to help out a ton with getting to a higher post-contest sim ROI. And then if we're not getting to higher post-contest sim ROI, then we circle back. I'm not overly concerned with anything that the user's doing wrong here. So good stuff. Like I said, that was our only user who signed up today, Dark Horse. We do have our show again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. If anybody and that should get me just about everything I need to get you up on the screen here. So apologies for the late start. Appreciate you guys tuning in, but I will see you all tomorrow, office hours first, and then build a review show. So until then, take care. Good luck. Thanks. Bye.